Hi all, Planticide Agent here. Today I'm going to do some boil/burn tests on this Esbit Cookset. I've got, I think I got about 6 or 7 different burns I'm going to do. I went ahead and I purchased a temperature thermometer. The main reason is that one of these 14-gram Esbit fuel tabs won't bring 2 cups of water to a boil. So today I'm going to do it. Just go ahead and see. I wanted to see what the temperature actually is when it does peter out. So I picked up one of these. And also it's more accurate for checking when you hit the boil rather than just trying to eyeball it. Not that that kind of precision is that important, but the main thing is I just wanted to see how hot the water did get, just for curiosity. And so my plans for this video are I'm going to start with 2 cups of water, and I'm just going to use the standard setup for the Esbit, which is the one 14-gram cube that's in the little tray in the bottom of the burner, and just going to let that and see how far it goes. The next burn I'm going to try is another. I'll be using the same tablet. But I'm going to try at 12 ounces. I got 16, I'll try at 12 ounces of water, and we'll see what happens there. And then also 8 ounces, and see if that'll come to a boil. So those will be the 3 tests. Next, I'm going to test with probably just 12 ounce or 16 ounces of water. I'm going to put the cube in this little tray here that I made with wings on the side, on either side. I've heard that might improve the heating of the stove, so we'll see. Also, I did notice on one video a guy actually made one like this out of stainless steel to put his cube in for just cooking, on the ground or outside, and with just a like a wire mesh hardware cloth paint can. I might do one of these, I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, that'll be one test. And the other one was getting improved performance by raising the fuel tab up a little bit. So I have this, what is this one, doggone it, Feeble Mind. I took I'll go over this again when I set it up, but I'm going to test it on top of this little stand that I made out of a bottom of a tomato paste can. And this one's 3/4 of an inch, so it'll raise up the cube 3/4 of an inch, get it closer to the pot to see if more heat will concentrate and see if we get a better performance on the boil. And see. And then I'm going to also try some alcohol, and I've got a little alcohol stove that I made out of the bottom of a 5.5 ounce aluminum can. Usually stuff like little coffee shots and stuff come in these kind of cans, so I just cut this one down to actually I cut it to where it would hold an inch of an ounce of alcohol fuel in below the vent holes. This thing is 1 1/4 inches tall, and I don't know how many holes I got in there. I'll count them while I'm waiting to boil. But I'm going to go ahead and see what kind of performance we get using one of these type stoves. So anyway, I think that's a quick summary of what I got planned for today, and we'll see how that goes. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this one rolling. As you can see, the water temperature is at 53 degrees. That's about the same temperature it is inside the garage here. So let's go ahead and fire the tablet off and get the show on the road. Come on. There we go. Okay, we got the tablet lit. I'll go ahead and start the timer, and I'll bring you back when we get. I'll probably bring you back here in a second when the tablet gets fully lit off. Kind of look at what the burn looks like, and then I'll probably turn it off until we get close to either the burnout of the cube, or we get to a boil, which I don't think will happen. It hasn't happened yet. So anyway, we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, turn this on real quick just to show you what it looks like with the tablet under full fire. And we've been at it for 3 minutes, and we're up to 104, 105 degrees. Okay, we're about 10 minutes into the burn. We're up to 195. The tablet is starting to get smaller. I'm going to go ahead and call the tablet done once I start losing temperature. I'm just going to watch it here for a sec. I have a suspicion it's not going to get much higher. 197. Okay, it's kind of boring right now. I'm getting pretty close. 205, and the little bit of the flame is starting to dissipate a little bit. It seems to be doing better than the last test I did. Yeah, getting some bubbles on the bottom. I wonder if it's the last time. I wonder if the water temperature was a little bit cooler when I started. It's nice having this thermometer. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put 58 degrees for the water temperature. Well, getting darn close, but I think the tablet's starting to lose ground. It's losing some sound on this. This might be all she wrote. 208 on the temperature. The tablet is slowly burning down. 209. Let me show you where the tablet's at right now. Look away. I'm moving the camera. I don't want you to get sick. See, you can see how much of that's left. Huh. It might almost make 212. Guess if it does, I'll make a liar out of me. This is I've burned this a couple of different times and I never did get close. Yeah, this is more of a boil than I ever had. It might just be the start of the water temperature, so depending on where you start with the water temperature, just enough oomph. Well, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I think these tablets are supposed to be at like 1300 degrees. But you know, you're going to lose a lot of that energy as it burns off and it hits the pot. Yeah, it looks like maybe 210 is about as good as we're going to get. I don't think there's enough energy left in that tablet to drive it up 2 more degrees. Pretty darn close. Probably for most applications, this would be good enough. I imagine it would cook, definitely cook your coffee or your tea or your mountain house or something like that. I mean, you're only talking in this case 2 degrees. Now, if you started with colder water, it might not get quite as hot, but it might work. Of course, a lot of those meals don't require a full 2 cups. I mean, some people make less, you know, like a 12 or 8 ounce coffees, and sometimes maybe just a cup and a half for mountain house sorts of stuff. So yep, slowly dying out. 210. So I'm going to go ahead and put 210 on this for the temperature. Degrees, and looks like it burned about over 15 minutes. It's holding the 210 with the last little bit of that tablet. So let's see. Yeah, it's getting quieter in the pot. So I would say that you know, it won't bring 2 cups to a full boil unless maybe you started with some really warm water, like in the summertime out of a lake or something that was kind of warm. But there's just not enough. Need a little bit more energy. Maybe a third more of a tablet might be just enough to do the trick, or half a tablet. But like I said before, these tablets are kind of expensive, and I'd hate to have to use multiples of them to boil water. You'd be cheaper alternatives. So anyway, so it's just about done with the tablet, and I'm going to go ahead and call it quits on this set, and I'll turn the camera off and get ready to do the another test. Now the rest of the tests, I'm probably just going to wait until it right at the end or the boil before I bring it back on. I'm not going to bore you to tears with watching 6 or 7 tests bring it to a boil, you know, in a couple minutes a piece. I'd probably lose you. So anyway, I'll turn this off. I'll get set up for the 12-ounce test, and we'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, on to test number 2. I already fired this up before I turned the camera on. The cube is burning. It started at 52 degrees. We're already up to 63. And this is going to be a 12-ounce test. So I'll go ahead and turn the camera off, and I'll turn it back on as we get closer to a boil or a burnout of the... Okay, getting close, 211. It's actually getting bubbles off of the pot. And what are we at? 211. There we go. Looks like I'm going to go ahead and say 9 minutes. I'll tell you bye in a sec. Okay, if you notice it said 8:30, but when I started this off, I forgot to start the clock when I started talking, but I went back and looked at that little clip of video I did, and that was about 36 seconds, so I just added 36. So we'll say it took 9 minutes to boil 12 ounces. So actually it's got up to 13. And from the last, that tablet will probably burn for another 6 minutes or so. I think the last tablet, I figured around 17 minutes. So we got a few more minutes on the tablet. So anyway, so you can boil 12 ounces of water with no problems to a rolling boil. So with one tablet at about 9 minutes. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and set up for the next test.